free mind. You crazy for this. Soulful. It's like our responsibility to make us feel something. You know, to make people feel what we feeling. Hey, yo.
Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is a little bit of an impromptu live stream that I decided to do this morning because I had a few moments to myself, and I also received from Wayne, aka Squirrel Madness, who appeared on the show on Wednesday, a link to a very disturbing video featuring Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash. And we've been speaking about Ezra Miller off and on for the past couple of weeks as he's been in trouble with the law a few different times as of late. And this is the first time that we've actually seen some video. And one of the things that I expressed previously when I spoke about this was it wasn't quite clear whether like alcohol was involved, whether he was under the influence of certain things, or whether there were some other issues going on. I don't know definitively that we can answer any of that stuff today. But it is really interesting when you can actually hear directly from someone and maybe derive some insight from what is actually being heard and uttered by the person themselves. And so what I want to do is I want to break down the video that I took a look at that Wayne sent over to me. And what I'm going to do is to try to pause it periodically to make some commentary and some comments and some observations. I definitely want to encourage you guys to do the same as well. So Richard says the best part of waking up. Well done, brother. I definitely appreciate you. So we're not going to make this thing incredibly long. So I want to try to dig into this real quick. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And so for those folks that are coming in a little bit late, Ezra Miller, the Flash, has decided to get in trouble again with the law. And we actually have some video now kind of showing his behavior. So let me try to blow this thing up, and fingers crossed. If you guys cannot hear this thing, please let me know if you can't, and I'll try to make adjustments to improve it for you.
No, this brother, I was playing darts.
Okay. And then what?
With my good girl.
Okay.
And he come right up to me and just like, he started shouting.
So no, you do not have sleep in your eye. They have blurred this part of it because what is happening right here is that we are essentially seeing from the police officer's body cam. I think it's a female police officer, a person on the left that was a patron of the bar speaking to, on the right, another police officer giving his account of what went down between he and Ezra Miller.
He come right up to me and just like,
He started shouting.
No. I not to spit on him.
Okay, so he spit in your face.
Dude. And I was
Yeah.
like, what's up, cuz?
Yeah.
What's up?
And
Yeah.
then I
Example.
and I'll be back.
Yeah.
You
So
know
he
what?
spit in your face for no reason.
Fuck yeah. I was like, way across the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he thought he was somebody else.
All right. So essentially what we just heard there is the account of this gentleman basically saying that Ezra Miller walked up to him and spit on him for absolutely no reason. You also hear another voice of his friend who basically says that he believes that Ezra Miller thought that this guy was somebody else. So it was like a case of mistaken identity. The guy was basically like, I was across the room. Ezra Miller walked up to me while I was playing darts and basically spit on me for absolutely no reason. That is essentially the account that is given. So let me play the next section for you. And I want you to try to, if you can, pay close attention to what the operator, the dispatcher, is actually saying about Ezra Miller, because we're going to see Ezra here in a moment. You can actually see him on the right-hand side of the screen filming, talking to one of the police officers. So pay attention to this and then also listen for what the dispatcher is saying.
No, I got assaulted and I started filming. You showed the video.
Let's talk stories outside.
So right from the beginning, Ezra says, I've been assaulted and I started filming.
Let's talk story outside.
And Ezra Miller, this is no warrants for these caution codes on Mabel 29 Caucasian Hill.
So I don't know if you guys could hear. I've actually tried to play this thing back maybe 4 times. And what I think the dispatcher says is Ezra Miller, no warrants, but it sounds like she says caution unstable. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe you guys are hearing it different. Let's play it one more time.
Miller in the system, no warrants, but he's caution code unstable 29 Caucasian.
Again, it's hard to make it out. I hear caution something unstable. That's essentially what I'm hearing. But you see Ezra Miller leaving the bar with a police officer behind him. In his right hand, you can see that he is indeed filming this interaction. And this next part is very, very interesting. So pay attention to this.
I got assaulted in this bar twice in a row. I film myself when I get assaulted for NFT crypto art. What's your name?
So he says there, I have been assaulted in this bar twice. I've been assaulted in this same bar twice now. I film myself when I get assaulted, and I'm doing it for NFT crypto art. There is a lot. There's a lot there. There's a lot there. The thing is, are you creating the reason why you get assaulted, right? Are you the instigator that is causing the assault to happen, which allows you to film it for NFT crypto art? Another thing is, if you've been assaulted in the same bar twice, why are you continuing to go to the same bar? Why not go somewhere else? Why not just avoid the situation? And then you're trying to get paid off of being assaulted through NFT crypto art. Again, just a lot of very telling stuff. But this next session is also, just when you think it's bad, it gets worse. It gets worse. So for those folks that are joining us, Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash in the movies from DC, has gotten himself into trouble again. He is outside of a bar right now talking with a police officer, filming the police officer. And this is where things start to get a little crazy for Ezra.
What's your badge number? Tell me your name and your badge number.
What key?
Ezra.
Full name, full badge number. Tell me your name and your badge number. Tell me your name and your badge number. Please don't touch me. Tell me your name and your badge number. Now.
So what you have here are about it's about 6 different police officers that are attempting to corral Ezra Miller as he is demanding names and badge numbers, full names and badge numbers from these 6 officers. He is filming them, and he is backing out into the public roadway.
Tell me your name and your badge number
Mikey
now.
136.
You.
Get off the road.
Central 130.
So he continued to demand their badge numbers and names. He continued to elude them, and they kind of cut out for a little bit there, because now somehow or another they have corralled him. They have placed him in handcuffs, and he starts to have a little bit more of a calm discussion where they, tell him, you're being arrested for disorderly conduct. He basically tries to say he hasn't done anything. He reaffirms that he was actually assaulted by these people. But let's hear it from Ezra.
31.
I'm being arrested for disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
I was assaulted. You understand, right?
Okay.
Well, you could have told us that instead of running away and playing all of this theatrics. You could have just told us
I'm
that.
sorry,
No, you're not
officer.
sorry. You could have took
I'm
this thing
sorry.
real quick. But
I'm
no,
sorry.
you wanted to play the game.
I was
and no,
complying.
Well, you wasn't complying.
I was. You said get off the road. I got off the road.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you
I
never.
walked on the edge of the road.
Central 131
So what did I do wrong?
So as they've already told Ezra that he's being arrested for disorderly conduct, I think in a moment here they're going to tell him that the reason for the disorderly conduct is because he actually spit on someone inside the bar. He has claimed that he is being arrested for no reason, that he has been compliant with the directions of the officer, and they are basically saying that is not necessarily true. We could have wrapped this up very, very quickly. You chose to go down this path, and he makes a very bold claim here in the next few seconds.
Getting arrested for
You
disorderly spit in somebody's
Wait, a
face.
guy in that bar declared himself as a Nazi. I have it on film, and he attacked me.
Okay, so
So he doubles down on the fact that he was indeed attacked inside, says that the person that attacked him was a Nazi, and that he has it all on film. So again, just interesting stuff. But in this next passage, we start to get Ezra making all kinds of claims associated with the 9th Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, and it really gets off the rails here towards the very end. But let's play this next segment here.
My Ninth Amendment rights to not be unlawfully persecuted for a crime of no designation, disorderly conduct being something I am unguilty of. I claim my Fourth Amendment right.
So I had to look up the Ninth Amendment. I'll be honest with you. I love America. I have no clue what the Ninth Amendment is, so I had to look it up. And I don't honestly know how it even applies here. But the Ninth Amendment basically says that the federal government does not own the rights that are not listed in the Constitution. Those rights belong to the people. So it isn't quite clear to me how this fits here. Like they've said, you're being arrested for disorderly conduct for spitting on someone. He's basically saying, I'm claiming my Ninth Amendment right, which has, I don't think, anything to do with this. And it's not quite clear, like, what he's thinking there, but he's basically saying, hey, my Ninth Amendment prevents you from doing what you're doing, which is, I guess, arresting me. Again, he might not have meant Ninth Amendment. He might have meant another amendment. And again, for those folks that are coming in late, we are actually looking at the arrest of Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash in the DC movies. I did not realize how tall he was. He is actually a pretty tall guy from the way that this looks here. But again, he has made a claim that his Ninth Amendment is being impacted, which again is not. I don't know how that applies. I really don't. But next up, he makes a claim about the Fourth Amendment.
Rights to not be searched and seized on no probable cause that you will not be able to offer in a court of law. I claim my Fourth Amendment rights to not be searched and seized.
So he is now claiming his Fourth Amendment rights are being impacted, which I think is applicable because this one deals with protecting the people from unlawful search and seizure by the government. Fourth Amendment makes perfect sense. Maybe instead of Ninth Amendment, he meant Fourth Amendment because I think the Fourth Amendment may cover part of what he was talking about. But again, it's not quite clear. Maybe my understanding of the Ninth Amendment isn't what it should be, and maybe Ezra does. But it also strikes me very interesting that these amendments so easily roll right off of one's tongue. I don't know if I would be so composed as to be able to do what he's doing right now, but I've also never been arrested. I've never been in handcuffs. I've never been in this situation. So maybe part of it is practice. And I do believe, again, Ezra Miller has actually been in trouble with the law several times as of late. I want to say that this is probably the fourth instance. I don't know if he was always arrested in those other instances, but he has definitely had more experience with police officers from the other side than have I, and potentially from you all as well. So in this next section, it's going to take a hard turn. And apologies for maybe some of the language that was heard a little bit earlier in this clip and some of what you may hear next, but it gets really, really interesting here.
Do not touch my ring.
Yes, come on.
Okay.
You'll get it right
My
after.
Fourth Amendment
Sir,
rights
sir,
to
it's
not
gonna be
have
right
search
here,
and
okay?
seizure
We're just letting you know it's gonna be right here.
unlawfully without probable cause. I claim my Fourth Amendment rights to not be unlawful. Hey, you just touched my penis. Please don't do that. I'm not transgender, non-binary. I don't want to be searched by a man. I'm transgender, non-binary, and I don't want to be searched by a man.
It is off the rails there, right? So the police officer is holding a Ziploc bag in front of his body cam as they take various things out of Ezra Miller's pockets. And as you'll see in a couple of minutes, he had a lot of stuff on him. No drugs or any kind of paraphernalia, but he had a lot of like kooky stuff on him, and it's not quite clear why you need this in a bar, but he does. But in this last passage, what you heard him say is that he is transgender, non-binary, and does not want to be searched by a man. And I don't know what you do with that.
And I claim my Fourth Amendment rights. These are Nerf guns, just in case you worry that they're bullets. Those are Nerf bullets.
Thank you for letting
They
me.
are fake and they are a toy.
Thank you for
This
letting
is my belt buckle and my Nerf bullets.
I appreciate it.
So he has you can see it. It's a zip. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can find me at any point and you can ask me to empty out my pockets. My pockets will not amount to anywhere near what you see here from Ezra Miller. Like, my stuff would fit in a sandwich bag. Like, I have a wallet and keys. Like, that's typically in a cell phone. That's legitimately all that I ever carry. And I typically don't even have my cell phone in my pockets. It is in my hand. That's a lot of stuff to be walking around a bar potentially late at night with. So let's continue to play this because the end is interesting.
Please don't take them from me. The flash ring means a lot to me. It's very valuable.
He says the flash ring is very important to him. It is very valuable. Ezra, I don't know if you actually mean that, brother, because if you did, potentially you would not be behaving the way that you would, because the whole flash thing, man, you have to think that this guy is jeopardizing a golden opportunity. You are Flash in the DC universe. Like, you give me a shot like that, I am going to be like the most benign person ever. Like, I want no trouble. I want no trouble. But again, it's I think it's great that they didn't find any drugs or paraphernalia on him. Like, that's good. You found a Nerf gun with some fake bullets that were on your belt buckle, which is weird enough, right? But no drugs, no paraphernalia. I think that's good. That doesn't mean that he wasn't taking drugs. It doesn't mean they also did not make mention of alcohol, him being inebriated, which I think is good. Maybe, but the question remains, are there other things at play? Is there a mental health aspect that is not being recognized that potentially needs to be addressed? Again, I am not somebody that has been in trouble with the law, so I don't know, like how do you have this many instances, this many run-ins with the police over a period of time? And it's just it's a little sad to see it happen. Well, it's a little sad to hear it, and now we're actually seeing it and witnessing it with our own eyes. And I watched this thing several times, and I cringed at several points for him, just because you're like, what is going on? Like, what is the deal here? And if it's drugs, that's one thing. Let's get him some help. If it's a mental health thing, let's get him some help. If he's playing games, that's a whole nother thing, because I don't know if you guys saw this at one point when he was talking about the Nerf gun at the very, very end. You could see his face. There was a little bit of a smirk or a smile on his face. And I don't know. And again, the whole NFT thing that he was talking about, I just, it gives me pause. All of it gives me pause. But let's pay attention not to the bag that is in the officer's hands, but pay attention to Ezra's face and what he's actually saying.
Just in case you worry that they're bullets, those are Nerf bullets.
Thank you for letting
me. They
me
are fake and they are a toy.
Thank you for
This
letting
is my belt buckle and my Nerf bullets.
I appreciate that.
Please don't take them from me. The flash ring.
Again, you're seeing like a wide range of emotions in a relatively, I'm assuming, short period of time, from claiming to be a victim of a Nazi, essentially, hate crime, to demanding suddenly badge numbers from police officers while filming them for NFT crypto art, to claiming that a police officer has touched you in an inappropriate way, that you're a transgender non-binary, to claiming your 9th and 4th Amendment rights are being infringed upon, to laughing and joking about a Nerf gun, to then claiming that your flash ring is valuable and very important to you. Like, that is a wide range of emotions for somebody to go through. And again, I'll reiterate that if he is having some issues, whether they be with alcohol or substances, he needs help. If there's mental health things, he needs help. If he is doing this simply to like get attention and to sell some crypto art for some amount of money, I think he also needs a little bit of help, because there has to be a different way. TMX, Ezra has broken down more times than the Bueller bus. If you need more reasons not to buy it, well said. I mean, I was thinking the same thing, Squirrel Madness. Shout out to Squirrel Madness, aka Wayne. He sent this over to me. I think it was early this morning. I watched it. I cringed several times and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and share some of this stuff. Holy cream filled donuts, Batman. It's Bueller. Bueller's up in here. Sweet Christmas. Sweet Christmas. Bueller, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a similar onesie for you. Yours is pink though, with the hood built in. And the feet. Whenever you show up outside my gate, what I'll do, Bueller, is I'll throw your pink onesie over the fence to you because you cannot be allowed into the compound. We don't like that kind of trouble here on the property. You might make some claims like Ezra. We don't need that kind of trouble. I don't always just want to be like, yes, he has a problem. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. I want to give the people the benefit of the doubt. I've spent a lot of time in prison, did my time when I was hired as a correctional. I didn't know you were a correctionals officer. That's wild. It says he's only 5'7". Really? Then those other police officers must have been a little on the short side because he looked like a giant. You saw him. He looked like a giant compared to those guys. So what is that? His issues with drugs have damaged his sanity, says Jess Pele. Again, it's sad. It really is. It really is a sad situation. No matter what the complications are, it is definitely sad to see someone go through this. Ezra's PR team isn't enough to cover up this craziness. No. I mean, heck, the body cam footage is in the hands of TMZ. Like, did somebody get a check for that? Did they get a PayPal transfer for the body cam footage? It's sad. It really is. And I'm making light of it, but it's definitely some sad stuff. So anyway, for those folks that came in a little bit late, our friend Ezra Miller, who plays Flash in the DC universe, has gotten himself in trouble. There was body cam footage that was actually shared on TMZ. If you guys missed the live stream, go back, watch it. It is interesting. I go through the entire, 2 minute or so, 2 minute clip. Yeah, 2 minutes and 56 seconds, making various pauses and observations throughout. With that said, we're going to wrap this up. I got to go check outside the gate to see if Bueller's still out there trying to get inside the property. If I hear the dog barking, Bueller, I will let her out on you. I'm just saying that right now. Anyway, I'm out of here. If you guys need me, don't hesitate to reach out. I am always available on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care.